Hey guys, I'm Mike.
And I'm Stephanie.
And we're Van Life Sheldon's Travels.
And Sheldon actually went back to bed today, so he took the day off and he's sleeping.
But he's right over here. If he hears us, he might decide to come out, guys. But we decided to go live this afternoon, or here, this evening actually. It's 5 o'clock on California time on the Pacific coast.
Still in California.
Yeah, we're still in California, guys. And I know on the East Coast over there, Eastern Standard Time, it's 8 o'clock at night. And sun's starting to go down here. We're watching it in the monitors right here, watching the sunset. But there's 17 of you guys on. Wow. Hi, Joy. Hi, Nomadic Bike. Hey, Craig. Steven. And, of course, Ramblin' Rome. If you don't know Ramblin' Rome, go over and check out her YouTube channel.
She's a hoot.
She is a hoot, so you might enjoy it. While we're talking about her, she had a little incident with her van. She's got a video up on her channel where her solar caught on fire, and you guys need to check it out, because you know that I've been saying over and over and over again about make sure your solar is up to snuff. If you don't know about it and you're wondering, take it to somebody. Have them look it over. Even another van lifer that might know more than you might find something that's wrong. So I wish I would have, while we were together, I wish I would have looked at that system, but I didn't. And it caught fire, guys, while the next day after she left us. So, but Chuck, if you don't know Chuck, he's the guy that had the side-by-side with us. He actually was in the area. Him and a bunch of other people got over to that little spot she was at, and pretty much, I wouldn't say rescued her, but came for moral support, I guess you could say.
Yeah, she had it under cover.
She had it under control, but
it was like the first thing we seen when we got up. It was like being YouTube creators, that is kind of one of the first things you do, get up and you check all your social media platforms and see how you're doing and your stats are doing, and then you go and see how your friends are doing and your stats are doing, because, you know, we do care about each other. We do wonder. So I see the comments. That's where Sheldon is actually
in his bed right here.
His little bed. This is his bed. We'll show you guys because he's not easily disturbed. And this is a little blanket, and he's done for today.
He's been just sleeping the last day or so.
Yeah.
He came out and hung out for a little bit, but let's get back to the story of Rome. And basically, Chuck came by and he rewired it up enough to get her down the road, but she's probably gonna need a whole new setup there, girl. Hey, Ross. Wow, we got a whole bunch of people on, don't we? 53 people, guys. Wow, 10 thumbs up. Awesome. Leah. I see Ross. Wolfgang. I'll scroll back here.
Yeah, as like I said, out of here, my comments kind of stopped coming in.
Oh, okay. All right.
Is this on a different Wi-Fi?
It is on a different Wi-Fi. So how is the stream, guys? I would like to ask that.
Great. But this is not.
Alright. Guys, how you doing? Jan, Joe, Scott, Sue, John again, Dino, how's it going, buddy, from Florida? Scott, I got some friends in Florida right now, full tiny house, Steve and Dana and the kids. I have to tell them to stop by and see you. They're a little south of Tampa right now. They're heading south. They're going to be there a little while, guys. You don't know Full Tiny House. Check out their channel also. Joy. Oh, it's been beautiful today. We're right here. I'm not going to tell you exactly where we're at, but I am going to say we're no longer in Ocotillo Wells. We're not in Slab City. We're not in San Diego. We're not in LA. So, but we are in California. So, but we are in videos coming up. I know a lot of you are like, oh no, not more Slab City. But we did go a couple videos, maybe two, we'll be back in Slab City. Maybe one more video, we'll be back in Slab City, and we'll be closing down the camp for the season. I know Joe from Wonderful Story is still at Slabs. He's in his compound across the street in Spaceport 42. It's pretty much cleared out except for the Buskin Bohemians and a few other people on that side. But on Joe's side, Paul's gone, the bread trucker. He's been gone for weeks. Most of the crew there has been gone for weeks. And so Joe's pretty much over there by himself. But I guess he's not by himself because there's a few people on Spaceport side over there. But you know, they didn't separate Spaceport or anything, but one's kind of uptown and one's midtown, and I would say uptown is empty besides Joe. It's
that's kind of what happens when you have such a big group, is you kind of like separate into smaller groups.
That's what you have to do almost, because we're such a big group. At that time, there was probably 40 people in Spaceport 42. And 20 people in our camp across the street. And so we're talking 60 people in camp. There's a lot of small groups going on. So, need a translator, eh, Rome? But, so we are going to be heading back for one last weekend. It was last weekend, and we left out of there last Sunday and closed down the camp in our side of the camp. Ross left the day after, and I'm not sure where Bex is, but maybe she left. I'm not sure, so she could still be there. I'm not sure, but we kind of officially closed our section of the camp down in Slabs on Sunday, and made that where we're done for the season. So
Lee asked if I got a new phone. No, I'm still messing with the shattered screen. This phone is apparently, I guess they don't sell it anymore.
Right.
So we can't replace it with the same kind of phone, which is sad because we like this phone because the camera on it is pretty decent. So
it's got a 13 megapixel camera on the back and like an 8 megapixel camera on the front.
So it's pretty decent.
It's a pretty decent cameras.
It still works. It's just the screen shattered. So we're probably not going to replace the phone, but we're probably just going to have to find somebody who will replace the screen since we can't replace the phone.
Because I'm looking at all the other AT&T phones. By the way, if you don't know, Sandra and Craig are the ones that provide that AT&T service phone for us. And they're the ones that pay the bill basically every month so that we have an AT&T phone. We pay for Verizon Jetpack, and we also pay for T-Mobile service. So it allows us to have all three of the major carriers, Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile. So we appreciate them paying for that. I don't know how much longer they're going to pay for that. And if they choose not to, I totally understand. I mean, it is a commitment that they've been doing now for about 4 or 5 months, and it's really been helpful to us. So,
when are we going to camp with CDK again? Well, CDK's kind of hanging in Yuma with Campervan Carolyn, right?
Well, yeah, in that area. He just left Yuma, so.
Right, so he's kind of more down south, and we're kind of more headed up north, so.
Basically, Kevin doesn't like California, so that's why he's still in Arizona. He loves Arizona. And last year, we saw all of Arizona a lot, and we will be going back to Arizona. I don't want to tell our plans because we kind of thought about going to Mardi Gras, and then with us building the casita out for our friend Renee, it kind of didn't have enough time to really get to Mardi Gras and enjoy Mardi Gras. If we went to Mardi Gras, I would have liked to have spent at least 2 weeks enjoying, you know, to that, you know, all the festivals and all the things, and not show up like 1-2 days before March 5th when all the festivities happen.
Did you see Nomadic Bike? Nomadic Bike made it past 1K on his comment tag.
Oh, cool. If you haven't subscribed to to Nomadic Bike. Check him out. He
And if you
does
like
a lot of live streams.
yeah, if you like live streams,
you like live
that's
streams?
definitely the place to go. And
If you need to collab too.
Yeah, there's a lot of other YouTube collabers. Like that's why we actually really started liking his channel, and he's great supporters with other channels. He even bought our stickers and stuff.
Yeah, he's bought one of our stickers. He's a huge. He likes to make a platform so other YouTubers can collab, and that's why
so
I
he likes
enjoy.
To support other people, and if you want to go over there and show him some support,
we'd appreciate it, and I'm sure he would appreciate it too. So, but back to CBK. Basically, we're gonna do a lot of California this year. I want to see Venice Beach again because we went there for like a day, 2 days last year. So I want to hang out in Venice Beach. I want to go up and see the redwoods. I want to see Yosemite National Park. Those are a couple of the places that we didn't get to see last year that we wanted to see because we kind of headed back to the van build a little early, and then the van build was like a week later than because of the permits and stuff. So we didn't get to hit that. So we're wanting to hit Yosemite and the redwoods, and then and we've been to Crater Lake. We did that. I would like to spend some more time in Oregon too. We felt like we kind of rushed out of Oregon because it started getting cold and we needed to head to the van build. And
we did go to Crater Lake, but the little island in the middle of Crater Lake is called Lizard Island, and we didn't know last time that you could actually go and hike that. So maybe this time we'll go and figure out how to hike that for you guys and show you that. And then also, when we left out of there, we know there's another national park. I can't think of the name right now. It's not coming to me, but it's near Crater Lake, but it's not
a big one.
It's not a big one, but they have a bunch of waterfalls and beautiful lake scenery and stuff like that. So we're also going to try and check out that.
So, this summer, we don't know if we want to spend it in Colorado, which if we do spend it in Colorado, of course, at a certain point, we're going to have to be curving out of California, heading over to Oregon, and heading back over into California to get up in elevation for the summer. Or do we just stay in Oregon? We'll kind of play it by ear and see what we want to do, but
probably head to Oregon since we're going north.
Yeah, I mean, we're definitely going to do Oregon again. I want to see Oregon. I want to see Northern California. A lot of camping. We want to see San Francisco because I've never seen the Golden Gate Bridge, neither Stephanie. I mean,
and there's a lot that goes on there. Like, I don't know if anybody's a big fan of old television show, but Full House was shot there. There are a lot of great movies shot there, so we'll go there and check that out. I definitely want to see the house from Full House because you guys do not know this, but my name Stephanie is actually from Stephanie off of TV, and then I have an older sister named Samantha, and her name is off of Who is the Boss. So a little trivia for you guys. My mom liked to watch TV.
Hey Ross, I know you're heading that way too, and if you're not checking out him, he's down in San Diego. We're thinking about going that way, but truthfully, the weather, if you look at it on the coast, isn't that great right now. It's nicer right here. It was, oh wow, Nomadic Bike. Thank you so much for $10.
Beer, your choice. We'll budget. We'll put $5 in gas and split a beer.
Thank you, Nomadic Bike. Wow, man, I appreciate that. You really do a lot for the smaller channels, and like I was saying a little bit ago, and not just because you gave a little donation, but you really did. We come on there a lot because I get to find new channels that I don't know, and some I like, some I don't. But you get to try new channels out that are growing and are small, and
it's such an open community.
It is.
Like there's a lot of people commenting, a lot of interaction, so it's pretty nice, especially on like rainy days. We love to go on there because it's quite comical and it's pretty funny. It's not very
lighthearted.
Yeah, so it's good.
Yep.
Good information there. And then someone said, do you recommend passports in America? Okay, so the big thing now is, should I get a passport? Because America has, I believe,
Is That's because that's a
Oh,
thing.
is that the
yeah, the passport is that with the
America
the Beautiful Pass?
That gets you into all
the national parks.
But if you're talking about an actual passport, I guess now there's this thing where you could take your enhanced ID and go, if you're a U.S. citizen, Canada citizen, or Mexico citizen, and you could cross into all three as long as you have an enhanced ID. But honestly, if you want to travel,
you should get your passport.
And you're like, because in the beginning, before you start traveling, that's when you like start saving. So you actually have more money in the initial beginning before you actually start traveling. Because once you start traveling, it's like you really do put all your money into the places you want to go. The more money you get, the better places you want to go and see, and the more things you want to do.
Like our America the Beautiful Pass is expired.
Yes, and then we bought that in the beginning. So any like Discovery passes or America the Beautiful Pass, or you want to get your passport, all that I would say for
get it before you go nomadic if you can.
Yes, if you can't.
It's easier to get a passport when you have an address than it is when you live in your vehicle, car, van, RV, Class A. Truck camper. I don't care what you're in or what you're doing.
They're gonna ask you for like bills and stuff.
They want proof that where you live, and that's part of having a passport is actually. And even Seven Wonders of the World went to Florida, flew there, tried to get an enhanced driver's license, couldn't. Tried. I don't know what he did in Colorado. I seen a video fail, so I need to get a hold of him and see what he ended up having to do. But being able to have an enhanced driver's license and have an address and all that and a passport before you get nomadic is so much different. I guess that's kind of the difference between full-time and snowbird and seasonal.
Yeah, because if you're anything but full-time, you could go back, like...
And have an address and all that.
Right, we have some friends who go back when they got to do their like taxes and stuff.
Taxes
or like we have a bunch of friends who come out here and they're farmers and they have to go back to grow their crops in the spring and things like that.
So you have a destination, you can only be out for so long. It kind of eliminates your insurance issues, your
it helps though when you sign up for like getting a passport and stuff to have residency in your name.
Right, but the Passport America, I don't really know a lot about that, to be honest, so I don't want to speak about something.
Yeah.
I try not to talk about things I don't know about, guys, and I don't. Well, the passport information was amazing. But that might be something that you have to check into. But like the America the Beautiful Pass, ours expired at the end of January, and we're trying to like wait because we have to buy a new one, and it lasts 1 year. From the time you get it. Right. So we're trying to make that last until we buy another one.
We definitely want to go.
It's an $80 expense.
Yeah,
so,
it is an $80 expense. But we also want to go when the weather is permitting, because like right now, a lot of the hikes are closed due to the snow, and snow causes mudslides here in California.
Yosemite is pretty much
frozen, and then it thawed one day, but it flooded the trail. So it closed the next day, even though it thawed. So there's a lot of stuff that's still not opened, and so we're kind of waiting probably another month and a half when the weather gets really nice and the ground gets nice and solid to get that national park, and then we'll hit like Joshua Tree, the redwoods, and things like that. And so trying to make it like strategic. And that way it's not like a gym membership where you're paying for it, you never go.
And never going, right. Yeah. Wow, Stephen, thank you very much for that PayPal. Appreciate that a lot. $20 donation, a little gas money. I appreciate that. This camera, actually, I'm only using my S9. I guess we should talk about the camera elephant in the room, right? But right now we're just using our...
Joyce asked, how much does that pass real quick on the National Parks Pass?
It's $80. $80.
And then... they have like different ones, so you might want to check those out.
Right, but the one for us for 1 year is $80, so that's the one we'll be purchasing at the next
Right.
National Park we get to. I'm sorry.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you could get the camera.
Yeah.
And then somebody asked about the tire. We're still waiting for it to come in stock. It's actually never came back
Walmart is never, they still do not have this AT tire in stock. I don't know what I'm going to do about that, guys. I might have just got, I don't want to say screwed, but maybe got screwed on this deal. So
yeah.
It is what it is.
But weird.
It is so weird that that tire is out of stock on Walmart.com even at this minute. I check every 2 days on there, guys, and it's like it's still out of stock. It's just crazy.
He said the camera makes you look huge, and he said he's talking about the angle of the phone. He wasn't even talking about the camera.
Oh, really?
But
I want to say a huge, huge thank you to all of our Patreons. I know we've lost a couple Patreons in the last couple of weeks, a couple of our big supporters. We've lost almost $100 on Patreon in the last week. But besides that, I did, at the first of the month, all of our Patreons get charged their $1, $2, $5, $10, $20, whatever they decide to put in. And I've been, for the last month and this month that just came about, I took that money and I told all our patrons that I was going to use the money from the Patreon to buy a new camera. And I've been mulling over how much I should spend and blah, 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 because we only get about $120, $130 a month on Patreon. Ooh, you just got a little peek of the camera. But
anybody know what it is?
Anybody know what it is? But basically, I took the money for the last 2 months and I added some of the money that I made for building out the casita for Renee for I put a whole, if you're wondering, that casita is not for us. It was for a friend of ours, Renee, and she's a Patreon subscriber, but a friend before all of that. And she bought a casita. She wanted someone to build it out. She trusted that I would do it, so we got it done. And her and another friend, Michael, too, and a couple other people. But it's complete, and she's living in it, and she loves it. And we got paid a little bit of money to do that, so that was nice. And I took all that money that we got for the 2 Patreons and that, and I was gonna buy a Canon M50. Which every vlogger has, and it's the big camera, the microphone. Not everyone, but
it's the new camera, and it's known for vlogging, and a lot of vloggers have it, want it, need it.
And it's about $700, $1,000. So basically, we wanted an action camera. We go on hikes. You guys enjoy the cinematic footage. You enjoy all of the gimbal shots and all of that. And I don't want to take away with just a big bulky camera all that gimbal shots, all the walking and doing the hiking.
The best hikes are usually legit within
5 miles.
3 miles.
Yeah, 3 miles.
Yeah, you gotta walk at least 3 miles, and that's not 3 miles there and 3 miles back. No, it's just 3 miles there.
One way.
Yeah, and then we went
lugging a big old camera,
Hanging Tree was one of the most beautifulest places. It was only a 1.5 mile hike. It was a straight up incline on big boulders, jagged rocks. Not even rounded shaped boulders, just jagged rock. And we had our backpacks and our water bottles,
gimbal and microphone and a tripod, a walking stick, Sheldon and all that. And we videoed all that if you want to go back and check it out. But
it was beautiful, but man, that hike.
So much.
Yeah.
So
if you go and read our comments on there, a lot of people are like, yeah, I did that hike. I'm so glad I did it. I will never do it again. It's like watching a 3-hour movie, like Narnia. It's like you're glad you watched it, but never again will you watch that movie.
Never again. So, without further ado, we bought...
Look how tiny it is.
The DJI Osmos 2.
It is tiny, guys.
Look, it's the size of a Pepsi can, is how big it is. And this is the DJI Osmos Pocket. and it allows me to have a gimbal and a 4K 60 frame per second.
That's a tiny little screen.
It's a tiny little screen. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn it on and let you see what it does when we turn this thing on. And it basically comes and stares at me with a little screen, and as I move, it tracks me. As I flip it around, that's all you see. So I could literally walk around like this, and with a couple buttons, 1, 2, 3, it turns around and can vlog. And believe it or not, this is what you guys have been watching 80% of the footage for the last 10 videos on. All the footage and the side-by-sides, all on this camera. So it's made my life so much easier. Having this now allows me to have my phone back. That's the truth. I have my phone back, which for a lot of people are like, what? Basically, my phone, my S9, Samsung S9, was always in my gimbal, the DJI Osmos 2. Amazing. It's always hooked in there, always hooked into the microphone. I'm always having it in there, and I never can use my phone. Now I'm able to actually have my phone on me, have this in my pocket, and you're gonna see a video coming up of where we hit the Amazon box. I actually bought this at Best Buy. You can go online and see how much it was. They're $349. They're $349.
That's not that bad.
You can't really get one almost anywhere.
Yeah.
We had to do one of these where it shipped to the store and had to wait a few days. And I finally got it. And the last one, the guy there basically said, we don't even have a display here at the Best Buy for this.
First one he's ever held.
And it's the first one he's ever seen or held. So it's new. They just came out with the microphone adapter that allows you to hook into my Rode microphone, and that's why you've been hearing a little bit of wind noise in these last videos, is because this doesn't have an input for my microphone. But I got great news. Thursday night, I got an email from DJI saying we now have in stock, because I've been texting them, look, I need one, what can I do, all this, how long is it going to be? And I finally got a response back from DJI in an email saying they're in stock.
It's DJI.
DJI. I always mess that up. I'm sorry. DJI. And basically, they were like, they're in stock now. So I ordered the microphone adapter, $55 for that thing. But it is what it is. And that's going to be meeting up with us in a couple of, about a week or so. I figured it would take. So I kind of planned where we're going to be in a week. And that's where I had it sent, to UPS store. So you'll see when we pick it up. But I bought this at Best Buy, $349. I got a 2-year or a 3-year, 2-year warranty through Best Buy. Can't remember. 2 or 3 year warranty through Best Buy. If you break it, if you lose it, you're done. But as long as the battery stops working, whatever, they have a warranty on it. So if I spill it, drop it, break it, as long as I have it, that's what we have on our laptops too. And to me, it's worth it. So for something that I use every day. But then I went on Amazon, and of course you gotta buy accessories for these little things. So I bought a few accessories, and I'm gonna show when we pick up from the Amazon. I don't want to give it away too much, but I did buy this cute little tripod.
So nice.
That allows it to sit in here, and basically it just clips in.
Also separate from
this was separate in this, and it allows the USB port C's on each side, so it allows me to have it in a little tripod, carry in a little thing, and then these can fold down so I can carry it and extend it out as a vlogger and use it more to vlog and to do what we normally do with it. So this is a lot more discreet than, you know,
a big
bulky Canon camera.
This is, again, the Osmos Pocket, made by DJI.
DJI. So it works. And then basically I have a mount in the van now that you're going to start seeing some road footage, and it just kind of mounts in there with another one of these and just kind of snaps in. And that way when it's on the dash recording, I can stop it, pick it up, and carry it out and do whatever we need to do when we see something on the side of the road for you guys. And this I can just carry around with me. The adapter will go into here, and then the mic will be on a little plate that I'm going to put on the side of this thing here. So the USBs for the mic and to charge. So I hope you've enjoyed some of the footage from this already, but
Good night, John.
but this is kind of where we're going with the channel, and trying to step up the game. Right now I've been shooting in 1080p, but I am, wow, nomadic bike, pizza or ice cream. Wow,
That's
thank
awesome.
you so much, man.
Yeah, definitely. We always appreciate
You know,
that.
so I bought some accessories for about another $100. So this thing's at about $500 now, which is a lot of money.
Still pretty cheap for a camera, though.
Yeah, so basically in a week I'll have the microphone jack, Dave, that'll allow me to put my Rode mic on there, and it'll be just, I was comparing this and the GoPro, but I really like the fact that I can see myself when I'm vlogging with this compared to the GoPro, where the screen's on the back of the device, and to me that makes it harder to vlog and center yourself in the shot. So especially with two of us, it's a little easier with one, but when I need to get both of us in there, this makes it really easy for me to see. But yeah, about a week out on the microphone thing, but we'll be patient. I did buy a little silicone sleeve thing, and that'll be proficient. And
hey, Mini Dan Mike, how's it going?
How's it going?
Long time no see.
So, is there anything else we'd like to talk about? It's a video camera. Yeah, it's basically a video and a still camera. It does shoot in 4K, 60 frames a second. So, and you can hook it up to your phone and run ISO changes for better camera.
Oh, look how Joy is so nice. Joy is so nice. She has a card for us.
Aww.
I have to message her.
Well, yeah, she had one for Christmas, and then it got returned back, and this whole getting mail on. Right, we don't stay anywhere long enough to get packages, which is so horrible. I mean,
my mom gave up on it too, so like, don't feel
bad.
She was like, "Come see me, you'll get shit." Oh, excuse me.
But so we are going to be picking up something in Venice Beach, so maybe we'll send you that that spot. So maybe you could ship it to that Venice Beach UPS store. So maybe she could do that, because we're not going to be there for... I just gave it away, didn't I? Where we're going to be in Venice Beach in about a week. So, oh well.
Yeah.
Oh well.
But, we did say we were...
Yeah, we are. We want to head towards the ocean. So there you go. I kind of gave it away, but we are heading towards Venice Beach. And there's a spot that we want to check out before that. It's called the Bridge to Nowhere, and it's about a 10-mile hike round trip.
It's got a lot of history.
It's got a lot of... No, we'll let them. We'll wait for the video to let them see it and hear about it. But maybe you'll Google it. I can't believe we have 67, 68
Charles
people on
made
here.
a PA, a public announcement. Everyone, please set your clocks 1 hour tonight. So it is daylight saving.
It is daylight.
Yep.
Spring forward. So, PSA. Are you there, Sheldon?
I've been carrying around my roller skates for Venice Beach.
Oh, wow.
Really?
We'll get up tomorrow and start heading this way.
Let me know when you want to go roller skating, because that will be a sight to see. I'm not saying I'm skating with you, but I'll
Bye,
watch
Janice. I guess Curious Carly's live also right now, so I mean that's what somebody was saying.
Yeah.
So.
Well, we can definitely get off here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, how long have we been on? 35 minutes? We'll stay on for a few more minutes, and I'm sure she's doing a sunset chat probably by the fire.
Oh, that's really nice.
Yeah.
But definitely, go check it out.
But someone was asking about the phone. I think we're just going to get a new one. We had insurance through Walmart, so hopefully, but we can't seem to find one, you know?
We just said...
Athens, Georgia. Wow. You made it all the way. You going to go hang out with Camo Dave? He's in Athens, Georgia, so...
That's funny.
And... Oh, set your clocks. Yeah, a little bit. No, still waiting for Carly. Oh, cool. All right. Well, that works. You might as well, Dave. I actually thought about... We almost thought about leaving and heading up to Vegas when he was over here and just like, you know, hanging out. Shh. Why not? You might as well. Just gonna say the same thing. Wow. Set your clocks back. Man, a lot of great comments.
Yeah, I love it when people comment.
It's so hard to keep up. Thank you. Hi, Newton.
I know, like that.
Bill. Wow, guys. John. And there's so many Johns on here.
Let all the Johns.
And I guess right now is a good time to just like do a couple of these YouTube shout outs. Maybe I'm missing a couple, but I want to say a great shout out to Dave's RV Life. Head over to his channel. He's done a lot of great things. We camped with him for a little bit. Excellent guy. Go check out his videos. He's traveling in a bounder. He headed fast. Saw a whole bunch of cool stuff heading east. So if you want some footage of that, check him out. I saw a nomadic bike on here, which we said hi to earlier. He does a lot of live streams. Check him out if you're into that kind of stuff. Also, earlier in the live stream, we said hi to Ramblin' Rome. And she's got a small channel, but she's been on social media forever. Oh, that's right. So check out Ramblin' Rome on YouTube or on Facebook. She does a lot of stuff on Facebook. And Rossi Poo, if you're into that, he does a lot of excellent little stuff. I like his little skits and things. That's what I mean if you're into that, because he does a lot of nice, cute little skits. And to me, I think they're cute. So if you think that's kind of cool, then, you know, maybe check that out. You know, I enjoy Ross's stuff. And now he's over by the coast. You know, you never know. Always, guys, without helping each other, none of us would have gotten to where we're at right now. So without you, all this cross-pollination is great. I really appreciate all of the other YouTubers that come on our chat.
Let me give a shout out to Brian's World and Mechanic, because I tried to give him a shout out. Totally butchered his name right there, so I wanted to get that clear, because he is a
big supporter of the channel.
Yeah. And a mechanic.
And a mechanic.
You could ask him questions.
So we appreciate him a lot too. He's been with us for a long time, like a lot of these people that are on this chat right now. I mean, I just can't believe that we go live and there's 60, 70 people on here at once.
Joy asks, how do we keep warm in the van? Because it's been cold in the desert. And she's right. And next week there's actually a cold front coming up. Like, we could start the van on hot or cold days. We could always do that. But sometimes we do use the option as using our Camp Chef oven as a heater, and we just crack it open and let some heat come out. Oh, Tracy's on. Thank you so much,
Wow,
Tracy.
Tracy.
You must have just came on. I
Yeah,
didn't see
you
you
just
say
got
hi,
on
but of
here.
course you did.
Thank you so
Yes,
much
you're
for
so
that.
awesome.
You're a huge supporter of the
Yeah.
channel.
We
We
have got to meet
greatly,
you
greatly
someday. That would be so
appreciate
much
everything
fun.
you do for
Yeah.
us. You just don't know. Every
Right.
time we come on,
Yeah.
thank
When
you,
we
thank
meet you,
you.
we're gonna have to take you out to dinner.
Are you on our Facebook? If so, please message me on Facebook or Instagram.
Have his name.
I know, but
We
I
can
don't.
search
But
him.
I've tried. I don't think we do. I don't think he's on our other platforms. You do so much for us. I like so many other people, but you really do a lot. And there's a lot of times, there's a few of you out here that I like to send just a personal text to, because on our Patreon, I've been trying to do it more and more, early access to our videos, at least 12 to 24. It's so hard for me to do 24-hour early access, but that's what I'm striving for. But I do like 12 hours, sometimes no early access, but when I do have early access, I like to shoot emails to a couple people, that aren't on our Patreon team, but do so much for the channel that, I feel like you should get some of these privileges too. I mean, it's not, perks, perks. I mean, because without people like you, this channel wouldn't be where it's at, guys. I wouldn't be able to afford this new camera if it wasn't for people on our Patreon. So to all of our Patreons, we have 29 Patreons, and you don't know. That means a lot. And all the other people that send us a little money on PayPal or on these live chats, it goes a long way to helping us keep creating this content, because reality is we only make about $10 to $20 a video. So that's why we make so many videos. We have to, we have to. And this right here is going to make our lives easier and make better content easier. So I even purchased a little thing. Is it down here? I wouldn't mind showing you guys. It's horrible living in 38 square feet. We lose stuff all the time. But I did kind of, one of the accessories that I'm going to show you is that I purchased, because I have a case on my phone, which you can't see, and I guess on Steph's phone's the same way. You have to put a little, and I know a lot of you know what I'm talking about, you have to use like a clothespin or a special tool they give you for your phone to pop this little thing out, which pops out your SD card and your SIM card for your phone. So I have to pop that out, and then I have a case, so I have to take the case off and get it out, then I have to put it in here. So to eliminate some of those video card madness, and then I can only really use one video card in the phone at a time, I did purchase this, and it's a USB-C with some SD cards on the bottom here, and I can now put two SD cards in, plug it just into the bottom of the phone, and then I can edit and all that stuff on my phone. If you don't know, I'm still editing on my phone, but I'm thinking that's the next step, right? Yep. New camera. I have a $2,000 expensive laptop. We have two of them for college, and so I can run an amazing software program on those, and I don't, and I need to start doing that. So I'm going to eventually, with the Patreon money that we get from our Patreons every month, I am going to purchase Adobe and start editing better on the Adobe. Yes. Now that I have a new camera and all of that. But see, this could even go in here, which is really nice, and I can store off of the SD in here. So it does, this kind of is going to make life for me a little easier, and it's just another tool in the game. But so that's my if you're one of our Patreons and watching, that's what I'm gonna use the money for the next couple of months is to purchase new software to start running on the channel.
Fun.
Yeah.
Hello, Paula, and we got a question from Charles, and he asked if we've ever been to the Great Smoky Mountains or the Appalachian Mountains in North Carolina. And when we had a summer break for school, we kind of went up the East Coast and kind of jetted through that area. So we didn't do it justice and are probably going to go back. But we did
We did do the Smoky Mountains.
We did do the Smoky Mountains, but it was more like Tennessee.
Yeah, we did more of the Tennessee side of the Smoky Mountains. Right, but we did Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg. Yeah. It's when we went up and saw, yeah, I know, but it's when we went to Georgia to escape. We were living in our van in Florida going to college, and Hurricane Irma came, and we had to evacuate Florida, and we were gonna just leave, and camper van Kevin was like, hey, come on and meet up at base camp and stay there and let the storm go over. So that's when we met. We actually, after Irma went through, we went to Pigeon Forge and Smoky Mountains and Klingman's Dome, which we have right here.
RV lifestyle. I was in Pigeon Forge today.
Awesome, Dave. We have our Great Smoky Mountain sticker right up here. I mean, we did hit that area for about 2 weeks and camped and did a lot of that area, but did we do it justice? No. But we did do a lot of...
Because my grandparents actually used to work at Dollywood, so I wanted to go see my grandmother's magic shop that's still there.
There's still a lot of things we want to do over there. But we have, we both spent time in that area, and then we have, like I said, we spent about 2 weeks traveling the Smoky Mountains. We went down into Cherokee, and we have been all the way up the Appalachian Trail up into Maine, and we've been all staggered it a whole bunch of times because we have been all the way up the East Coast. The OBX, Maine, Portland.
Yeah, Kitty Hawk.
Portland Elizabeth's lighthouse, the Head Lighthouse right there.
That
Philly.
was a lot of fun, and we got to see when we were at the Port Elizabeth Lighthouse, we got to see the fog come in, and it was so crazy because it was like we pulled up and it was clear, and then it rolled in and it kind of like stayed there for an hour or so, and then it just kind of went away.
Yeah, we were there in August, and basically it'll be in August, that'll be 3 years we were there. So, but yeah, we went to Hershey, Pennsylvania. We got that sticker up there. So yeah, we've done Washington D.C. We spent like a week and a half, 2 weeks in D.C.
So many.
We went to all the museums. So if you do go back, we do have like 450 videos, guys.
The Aviation Museum, we spent like 4 hours in there.
In the Smithsonian Aviation Museum.
And like the West
Wing, just 4 hours taping and doing and looking. So we do have a lot of videos that go back. We have over 400 videos, 450, I think. Yeah. And a lot of them have like 200-300 views on them, guys, because it was when we had 38 subscribers, 100 subscribers, and we were doing the East Coast on basically living in the van, going to college, and then between breaks of school, we would take a month or 2 weeks or a month and a half and go travel.
This is a question we have never had in all our years of YouTubing, which is so funny because we were actually watching stand-up comedy before this because we're so busy in life. And they let me see, they were talking about impressions and doing voices, and one girl came on, and I used to have like a really squeaky voice, and she was like, if I can do impressions, I would do like Fran Dresser and like the lady from Family Guy and a couple other people, and that's me. Like I if I'm doing any impressions, it's because they sound just like me. I'm not changing my voice, and I've never heard this guy do any kind of impressions. But it's funny because we were just watching stand-up comedy, and they were talking about doing impressions that you will not see us and do impressions, or not very well impressions.
Not very well, anyways. Something else I want to talk about is about a month ago, actually longer. At the end of the RTR, when we were getting ready to leave, someone gave me something, a company gave me something to review. And I guess this is no better time than any to talk about it. They gave me something to review, and it's the first free thing that anyone has given us.
Oh, wow. Eileen said, doing an impression of her. You're from Boston. I cannot
New York.
do...
She's from New York.
No, she's from New York?
Yeah.
Okay. You had to be like right here, and you would have to talk. And if you talk, I would catch on.
Get it, but
and I could do that with anybody.
Brooklyn,
if you have an
that's what I knew that.
Yeah, I gotta. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. Sorry. She's gonna beat me up later for that. Sorry. But yeah, she has a Brooklyn accent, and those are nice. But like, if she was sitting right here and she was talking to me, I swear, I do not do it on purpose, but I will start talking in their accent. Like, if I'm talking to an English person, I've even done it with Scottish people. Like it just comes out. And I've actually had someone get mad at me, like, are you making fun of me? And I was like, no, I'm sorry, it just kind of like came out. So I honestly tried to just keep my American accent like every time I talk, but it is funny. But
Ross said he does that too.
I know, like, why do we do that?
But like I was saying, company actually gave us the first free thing that we've ever received.
I could just see, like, if I was
still on it.
Yeah, because I'm thinking, like, what can I say that Rambling Roller would say? And the only thing that I can think of is like, what are you doing? And that was horrible. But
people are laughing their butt off right now. You know this.
All Brooklyn people are like, she is banished from the city, never to be seen.
Okay, let's get back to what I was talking about. I guess, like I was saying, someone actually gave us something for free. A Jackery power bank thing. And it has a 200-watt pure sine wave inverter and a little lithium battery on the inside. And they gave it to us for free to review. It's the first thing we've ever been given free to review. And so, but I want to be honest with the review, right? So that's why I haven't done an immediate review. So I've been using it now for about a week, playing with it. And so now I'm going to do a review of it. I'm not going to tell you if I like it or if I don't like it. So you're just going to have to watch the review and check it out. There will be a promo code in this video for like some money off of it. And then I think if you do it in a certain amount of time this month, you also get a battery bank thing, like one of these things here that we carry around with us. You get one of those free. So we'll be making that video. Well, I've made that video. I'm just going to put it out here in a little bit. And I want you guys to know that we did get that for free. And whenever I do get something for free, I'll let you know that we did get it for free or if we bought it. So, like, to me, that means a lot. So when I do review this, and I am going to do this review on all this stuff too, but it will be a review for stuff that I paid for. And would I love it if people sent me stuff to review, new cameras and stuff? Of course I would. I wouldn't say no, but I don't think we're at that level. But if it gets to be that way, I want to be honest with you guys, and I will tell you what I think about these products. And if I don't like this, I'll tell you. But I've been using it, and I love it. So it was worth every penny. And every day I can just pop it up, and it starts so fast. I mean,
like 30 seconds.
I'm shooting right now.
Yeah.
That quick. You really can't beat that especially with what we do. You
Right.
need that very quickness.
Right.
Anything else on that?
Yeah, they have been talking
Uh-huh.
about do we ever do impressions with Sheldon? And we do actually,
A little
and
bit, yeah.
he's got to get nicer because he's a little cocky guy.
Because whenever
He
he
sounds
looks
so
at us,
mean.
when he looks at us, sometimes he just gives us that look like, really? Are you the big people or what?
And it's so
'Cause
funny, like sometimes we'll be hanging out here on the bed like we're doing now, and we'll set Sheldon like
on
between
the
us,
bed, right?
and like he'll close one eye, and that's usually the eye near me, and he'll keep the other eye on Mike. He'll keep that one open, and
Yeah.
he's like, "Oh, he don't trust me."
He don't trust me, like, because he keeps one eye open. And then, but it's bad because me and her will
It's
move
like he's
around.
from Chicago, sleeping with one eye
Yeah, one
open.
eye open. But you know, he's
Little
he's so small, and he pretty much has full reign of the van most of the time. And he'll be on the bed moving around, and then we live in 38 square feet, so we move in the van.
Yeah,
and
we'll
he's
move
like,
him around,
and he's
every
like,
time we move him around, he's like,
why?
"How dare you?"
How you move me for? Like, really?
I was just sitting.
I was just sitting here minding my own business, not bothering anybody, and you gotta pick me up and move me. Why?
Right. Or it'd be so funny, like he'll have 3 of his legs in, and then one leg fully
Flipped around
stretched out,
like this or
toes
something.
spreaded and everything, but everything else is all tucked in. But he
in.
got one foot out, completely spread it out. It's a crazy little guy.
So Ross, are you still on the beach?
It looked cold.
It looked kind of like a little chilly in San Diego,
Yeah.
or a little nasty, rainy, funky. So that's why we're not hitting the coast yet. Plus, we have a couple hikes that we want to do before we get to Venice Beach. So there's a few things we want to see and do before we get there.
That should be a lot of fun.
It is. We still got 60 people on here. Wow, guys.
Beautiful.
It's beautiful there.
Like he ain't never watched Ace Pet Ventura. I know where that came from.
So, did you guys end up at the farmer's market on Wednesday night or what? There's a huge one over on Hillcrest tomorrow morning. You guys should check that out before you leave San Diego. So
everybody asks, like, are we afraid Sheldon moves? Actually, if he gets out of the bed, we'll hear it. Like,
yeah, we hear him.
He has a hard shell, and he'll plop out of the bed. But it's funny because we don't even get up because he has his normal area he goes to, and so it's look here, look there, look there, look there. I mean, he's pretty.
He's pretty predictable.
Yeah, you can find the guy. He has his spots.
Hippie hole. I'm going to San Diego next week. Paula. I think by next week we will be in Venice Beach.
Yeah.
So if you're in the Venice Beach area and would I'm trying to kind of figure out, maybe, I don't think we're big enough, but maybe I'll just send this out here. Maybe I'll surprise myself. But if you guys would like to meet up with us, maybe we'll do something. If we can get at least 5 people to message us on Facebook or Instagram about meeting up in Venice Beach area of LA, we might make a little meetup, not like a huge thing. Maybe just meet up at a restaurant or a bar or an outdoor park during the day or something small. And
it depends on how many
people there are. I mean,
if there is a group of 12 or less, we could go out for drinks and appetizers
right?
And stuff
more
that.
than that, it would just be silly.
Well, yeah, we would definitely have to go to a park.
Yeah. So if
there's more than 12 people.
So if you're interested and you're gonna be in the Venice area next week sometime, I heard the weather is getting amazing. So and we're basically flying solo now, guys. If we didn't say that, after we left Slab City, we've been flying solo since then. If you missed part of that conversation early on, we did head back to Slab City to kind of meet up with everybody one last weekend and have a great party with all of our friends. And then we kind of closed the camp for the season. So we closed.
And went their own ways.
Yep.
And it's so funny because now we're here and we're outside of an Anytime Fitness. And last night when we
gotta tell this story. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, we're actually planning to. We have something planned tomorrow, so we're gonna go and do it, and it's gonna be a fun Sunday.
It's gonna be in the morning earlier. Yeah, so we need to be close.
Right.
Yeah.
So we were talking about it, and we're like, oh well, since we're in the city, we should really leave at night, and then we'll get some decent time and save a little bit on gas. Right. And so we drove here last night, and we got here probably like 1:40 in the morning.
1 o'clock.
And then there's this other van lifer on the other side of the parking lot, and we seen him the last time he was here. And actually, the last time he was here, there were
there were like 3 other.
Yeah, and they were big, like road trucks,
Sprinters,
Mercedes, big, like
camper
built
vans.
out, bought like that
camper
vans.
Right.
And so it was funny because he kind of like circling around us.
Right.
You know?
We didn't even, we just pulled up. So he just like spotted us.
And it's one of those things like, you're in the parking lot, we're in the parking lot, you're in the van, we're in the van.
But this night, last night was just us and him. And so we actually left for like 3 or 4 days.
Right.
And he's kind of filtered in this area a little bit for last week, we found out.
Right.
And this is like the 3rd night he stayed in this area. 4th night he stayed in this area too.
It was so funny because he came and he walked over, and it's like you never know what
friend
to
or
say
foe, right?
in those situations. So we rolled down the window, and he like ran over to talk to us.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, hey, Sheldon. So we thought he knew us from the YouTube
channel.
And he's like,
a lot of people do recognize us now.
And then we're like, oh, you watch us from the channel. And he's like,
nope.
No. Your name's on the side of your van. And we laughed so hard. It was like, Sheldon's actually our turtle. You know, he's Mike. I'm Stephanie.
Told the story.
And we were talking to the guy, and he is, I don't know if anybody is paying attention, but right now there's this huge tennis tournament going on. And he was actually working as a chef for the tennis tournament.
Mm-hmm.
So that was pretty cool to like think of like this huge tournament, lots of money going around, and there's still van lifers. Like those 3 big RVs that were here the other day, they were with him. They also worked with him at the event. But the event now moved down on, so he's
getting ready to move with them. But it was kind of funny that he came up to the van and he started waving, and we were in the front seat, and we're like, do we acknowledge, or what do you do? Like, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. We know he lives in a van over there, but what do you say? What do you do? And we were like, hey, and then we didn't know if he knew us or not, but it was just kind of funny because he was like, you all got van life on the side of your thing, and he was like, are you all like fake van life or something? And I was like, oh, okay. If you call living in your vehicle for the last 4 years fake van life,
from Maine to Florida, San Diego to
Seattle, and like 15 states, 15 national parks, 16 states last year, and he's like, oh, and I'm like, oh, where are you from? And he's like, oh, well, I van life in Oregon, and then I got down here like for the last 2 weeks.
He's also been doing van life for about 3 years.
About 3 years, so he's like, oh, my bad. And I'm like, no, it's cool. Like, it's just kind of funny that people thought that since we're on YouTube that we actually, because there are a lot of, I hate to say it, there's a lot of YouTube channels out here with van life, and not all of them are actually living the real van life, you know, unfortunately. But that's just what it is, guys. It's starting to be kind of trendy to be in a van. I don't know if it was that trendy to be in a van when we started, was it? I think it was kind of like,
Yeah,
don't show
trendy.
anybody we were in the van,
it was
right?
trendy. It was a new idea to us. So like,
it wasn't trendy to us.
yeah,
right?
it wasn't trendy to us because I remember Mike was like, it was so funny. Mike had this great idea, like, let's do van life, right? And then it was like, okay, we'll do it in the Kia, right?
We'll do it in the Kia, right? We'll try it out, right?
Look at her. I was convinced, right? And we built out the Kia.
We're talking about what?
And then it's like every time we get out in the Kia, Mike was like, hurry up and shut the doors.
I just didn't want anybody to see us in here. Like, even though we had a TV, refrigerator, solar, and a bed.
I did not think you would be acting like this. And you convinced me to do this. Because I'm just like, I'm just shutting the door like a normal.
Big deal, right?
Like, shut the door. And I'm like,
paranoid that people are going to see us in this little van.
That just caused the scene.
People are looking now.
Yeah.
They weren't looking before.
You gotta shut the door.
Shut the door, shut the door.
I was like, what are you worried about?
But now we kind of, like today, I just opened the back door and just swept the van out when I got back from taking a shower, and I pledged the floor and wiped it down the table and all the stuff, and I'm like, oh, well, if somebody sees me in this van, they just see me in this van. I mean, I live in this van. I mean, it is what it is.
Anytime I see like a Swiffer commercial, I am so glad we don't have, well, I know I'm actually glad we don't have a little closet, all these broomsticks hanging around. Like, you got a broomstick for this, and then you got a stick for the mop, and then you got a stick for the duster, and then you just got a closet full of sticks with weird things on the end of them. Like, we just take a wet wipe and
wipe everything down. Yeah, like so paper towel and a little spray.
Yeah, it's like we don't need a tool shed for our kitchen.
No, like pledge antibacterial over everything. Yeah. Lysol bacterial stuff.
Oh, yeah, man, you're right. It's got not one of those cleaning cabinets where you just open it and like the mop falls out and the broomstick falls out because the trash is right there in the middle or something.
You don't have one of those.
Yeah, I'm so glad we don't deal with that. I mean, there are perks to like van life. I don't vacuum. No. I don't dust. My dishes are usually about 6 pieces. You know, I mean, it's simple. Like one of our friends says, you cut out a lot of the mundane stuff, cleaning out gutters and mowing the grass,
blowing your lawn off. And,
and then even like simple things like cleaning your blender after every time you make smoothies. We don't have a blender.
We don't have a blender, right?
So
we can power 300 watts of pure sine wave stuff. That's
I'm not like dumping over the toaster to get all the crumbs out. I don't have a toaster.
You don't have a toaster.
I don't do that. I just toast on a frying pan. So it's like you do cut out all this stuff. Like refrigerators, I used to clean out a refrigerator once a month. We don't clean out a refrigerator.
We have a freezer. And we deep freeze everything at like negative 18 Celsius. Is everything in the freezer.
And like we will actually like defrost it and we'll clean it out.
Of course,
but it's not this whole like, you know, when you clean out your fridge, like you come into the kitchen, all your counters got your condiments on it, your kitchen table got all the fresh meat that you don't want nothing to touch anything else, and then you got everything you don't care about on the floors, like your sodas and your beer bottles and things like that. And it's like, what just happened? Like, are you preparing for a tornado? And it's like, no, I'm just cleaning the fridge.
I mean, I agree, Dave. The more stuff you have, the bigger the vehicle or the house or the whatever you have, the more stuff you have. So basically with us living in 38 square feet, we can't keep much in here. If we don't use it in like a couple of months time, it is gone. I mean, it's out the door. I mean, if it doesn't get used, like, I'm looking at some of this, like, we even have walkie-talkies and stuff, and I'm like, we got 4 of these, plus a ham radio and all this other stuff, and it's just like, you know, I've got all... If you knew look at Stephanie's face. I mean, I got more camera gear than you know. I mean, the whole front dash is my other gimbal, my mic, and the light, and the thing and the. We have way too much stuff, and we don't know what to do with it all. If we got rid of it.
We say we got way too much stuff, but like Dave, he was just saying that he needed to get rid of his pounder. Like, what are we gonna
what are we gonna go
fill
smaller
up
with?
the cockpit? Like, we got nothing
we got
really.
nothing
But
really.
to us, we're like, oh my
Yeah.
gosh, we got all this stuff. Like my friend, she just was like, you want all these clothes? And I was like, no,
How?
keep it.
How? Like, we can't. We have a bag of jackets that we move from the front to the back every time. 272 square feet. Check out 38 square feet, Dave. You want to trade for a week?
Yeah, but Dave,
Dave,
I
next
bet,
time we
I bet
meet
you
up,
have a toaster, and
Yeah,
I bet you have a
I bet you
closet
do.
full of broomsticks and stuff, and I bet your trash can is 3 times the
size
size
of ours, right? But next time we meet you, we should do a house swap. YouTubers house swap. And you live in 38 square
said,
feet,
"No,
and we live in
right."
272 square feet. He's a nada. He's like, no way. No way.
He's like, that is your life. You keep it. I might go down to like 150.
That would
but
really make a good thing if, you know, YouTubers swap.
rig swap.
Yeah, rig swap. You know what I mean? I trade a swap back and forth with, you know, rig swap. They have house swap.
And they got wife swap.
Wife swap and all
celebrity
this
swap.
and all this stuff. Why can't we do a rig swap, you know? I think that would make a good, you know, somebody like us that lives in 38 square feet to someone
like Chris and G with a big class
A or a schoolie or
like an overlander.
Overlander.
So like you take like somebody who's got maybe like 40 square feet of space and someone who's got 38 square feet of space.
And switch them.
But the vehicles are totally
overland
different.
versus van. Yeah.
Yeah, or like
wife swap, that is horrible.
Yeah, 2016 van versus like 1975, you know.
Right, like Blue Dan van and us switch vans for a week. And
I mean,
it's the same size.
interesting.
It's the same size van.
No, I think his is bigger.
I don't know.
Because it's
Or
boxier.
or Joe from Wonderful Story and his big violet step van. We trade spaces with him in our